you're thinking about starting your journey to becoming a CIMA qualified accountant, this is the video for you. In this video, we're going to talk about the CIMA Certificate in Business Accounting, what it is, how it works, and why you should consider it as your first step into becoming an accountant. Let's dive in. So, what is the CIMA Certificate? The CIMA Certificate is essentially the foundation of your CIMA journey. It's designed to give you a strong grounding in business and accounting principles, and you'll tackle 4 key exams, each of them focusing on a different area. So the first exam is in economics, and then it's management accounting, financial accounting, and ethics and corporate governance. We're going to look at each of those in a bit more detail later on in the video, so keep watching. These exams don't just prepare you for the professional level, they also help you to understand the practical skills needed for the real business world. So if you're looking to go into finance, management, or a broader business role, it can be a really ideal place to get started. Before we go any further, you need to check, do you actually need to take this exam? You might be eligible for an exemption. So check if you're eligible for any exemptions, and if you already have, for example, an accounting or a business qualification, you might be able to skip some or even all of the CIMA certificate exams and jump straight to the CIMA professional level. But here's the catch. Do not sit an exam if you might qualify for an exemption. If you fail the exam, even if you qualified for an exemption, you'll have to retake it. So you need to make sure before you start, double check with CIMA and have a look at our website for a list of possible exemptions before you get started. So let's take a look at what each paper covers in a bit more detail. So in BA1, the fundamentals of business economics, you are likely to focus on the economic and operating context of businesses. So you'll learn how competition, financial markets, and government economic policies influence organisations. This paper also introduces techniques to support management in evaluating and forecasting economic behaviour. In the fundamentals of management accounting, or BA2, you look more into the role of management accounting within organisations. So this includes understanding costing methods, budgeting, and decision-making processes that help in planning and controlling business operations. In BA3, or the fundamentals of financial accounting, you're going to have a look at preparing financial statements, the regulatory framework, and how to organise financial performance using basic ratios, as well as a little bit more. And in BA4, the fundamentals of ethics, corporate governance, and business law, you have an emphasis on the importance of professional ethics and corporate governance. So it covers ethical conflicts, corporate social responsibility, and it introduces you to key aspects of business law, including contracts and employment law. So there is a lot being covered in this certificate level. So just how difficult are these exams? Well, there's not an easy answer to this question, and it really depends on your background. And also how well you prepare. So if you're new to accounting, BA2, management accounting, can feel like quite a challenge because of topics like costing and profit reconciliation. There is a lot of new terms that will be coming at you that might not be that easy to adjust to. On the other hand, if you take some exams quite close together, so for example, BA3 builds on BA2, so if you took them quite close together, that might help your understanding and make sure you've still got the knowledge in your brain for each exam. BA4 is all about ethics and governance, as we've said, so that doesn't really involve calculations, but it still requires detailed understanding. And BA1 is a mix of theory and calculations, so it's perfect to take early or last depending on your strengths. So how do you take the exams? To start, you need to register with CIMA and pay the registration fee, and after that you can book your exams online. You can choose to take them at a test centre or from home, and if you're taking them at home, you need to make sure a few things are in place. So for example, you're going to need stable internet, you're going to need a working webcam, and you need to be in a quiet, distraction-free room. Otherwise, the test centre might be a safer choice. There's no set exam schedule, so you can book a date and time that works for you. And remember, you can take the exams in any order. As a tuition provider with years of experience in CIMA, here are our top tips for success. So the first thing you can do to really set yourself up for success is to start studying early. Give yourself plenty of time to master the material before you consider taking the exams. Number 2 is you want to practice with mock exams. They are the best way to prepare for the real thing, to be able to anticipate questions that might come up, and to be able to have an idea of where your knowledge gaps might be. Number 3 is you want to know your formula sheet inside out. You need to know it like the back of your hand so that when you go into the exam, you're not having to check it at any point. You just know what you need to do in each question. Number 4 is to read every question really carefully. You don't want to get something wrong just because you didn't spend that little bit of extra time making sure you understood what was being asked of you. And number 5, the exams can be quite time pressured, so make sure that you're managing your time wisely during the exam so that you manage to cover and answer all of the questions and get the maximum opportunities for marks. And here's a bonus tip. Make sure you're using a good course provider. So a structured course can save you so much time and effort, and at Astranti we offer completely free resources for the CIMA certificate level, with everything you need to succeed, including study texts, videos and mock exams available on our website now, completely free. And that's it for today's beginner's guide to the CIMA Certificate in Business Accounting. So whether you're just starting out or looking to brush up on the details, I really hope this video has helped you. Don't forget to check out our free resources to make your CIMA journey smoother, and if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time we post.